The icy finger of death, also known as a brinicle, a combination of brine and icicle, is a fascinating and rare underwater phenomenon that forms under specific conditions in polar regions. It occurs when extremely cold, salty water, known as brine, sinks from sea ice and freezes the surrounding sea water as it descends, creating a long, icicle-like structure. Here's how it works and why it's so interesting. When sea ice forms in polar regions, such as the Arctic and Antarctic, it doesn't freeze all the salt in the water. Instead, the salt is expelled, creating super salty brine in the small channels and pockets within the ice. This brine is much denser and colder than the surrounding sea water because of its high salinity. As a result, it sinks downward through cracks and holes in the sea ice into the ocean below. As this dense, cold brine sinks, it begins to freeze the less salty sea water it comes into contact with. This causes ice to form around the descending brine, creating an icicle-like structure that extends from the ice shelf toward the ocean floor. The formation of this structure is called a brinicle. When the brinicle reaches the sea floor, it can continue spreading, freezing everything in its path. This can create a deadly trap for slow-moving sea creatures like starfish and sea urchins, which can get caught in the expanding ice. The surrounding water must be very cold, near freezing, but not frozen, for the brinicle to form. The brine expelled from the sea ice is much saltier and denser than the surrounding sea water, allowing it to sink and trigger the freezing process. Brinicles were first observed in the early 1960s but weren't documented on film until 2011, when the BBC series Frozen Planet captured one forming in the waters around Antarctica. This rare footage showed how the brinicle expanded and how it trapped and froze starfish and other sea creatures on the ocean floor. The brinicle is often referred to as the icy finger of death because of its eerie appearance and its ability to freeze anything in its path. The long, descending icicle looks like a finger stretching down from the ice above, and as it touches the sea floor, it spreads out and freezes the marine life it encounters. Animals like starfish, sea urchins, and brittle stars are most vulnerable to the freezing effect of brinicles. These creatures are too slow to escape the rapidly freezing water surrounding them as the brinicle grows and expands. The effect of a brinicle is usually confined to a small area. While it's lethal for animals that get trapped, it doesn't have widespread ecological consequences due to the limited size of the phenomenon. A brinicle, or icy finger of death, is an extraordinary natural phenomenon that forms under sea ice in polar regions. It's created when cold, dense, salty brine from forming sea ice sinks into the ocean, freezing the sea water as it descends. Although it's a rare occurrence, its ability to freeze and trap marine life on the sea floor has earned it the nickname icy finger of death. This eerie and visually stunning process showcases the complexity of the natural world in extreme environments. Thank you for watching. We have some amazing videos coming up, so stay tuned for more updates on incredible science videos. And make sure to hit the subscribe button for more.